Okay, so many of you might not know, I've said it before in a couple of videos, but if you're new, welcome to the channel. I am a designer, so that's why I love covering tech. I'm like, everybody in my life would tell you I'm like a techie. I love tech, I love using it. One of my closest friends actually gave me a really big compliment years ago and told me, oh, you like use tech the way that it's meant to be used. Like you're using it to the fullest potential. And it's something that has always stuck in my brain. And it's the reason why I like making videos, because I love when things work well. I love when things make your life easier. Life is literally work smarter, not harder. Like that's the church I belong to if I belong to any. So the reason why I say I'm a designer is because I think that these two things go hand in hand. Well-designed tech products, things that make your life easier, have to be really well designed and considered and intentional from the get-go. Otherwise, it's going to be awkward and painful or not fill the brief that it's meant to fill, not solve the problem it's meant to solve. In design school, you learn a bunch of like basics of thinking about you need to solve for a problem, not a symptom, and you need to think about your solution from every single angle. There's some really good examples of this from your daily life that you would definitely recognize. Doors that have to have labels above them, whether they're a push or pull, that's a failure of design. You should know inherently if you're supposed to push or pull a door. Another good example is glass ketchup bottles. They are designed to be beautiful and they're designed to be used a very specific way, and they're very hard to get all of the ketchup out of. Even something as simple as a pen body design that will roll off of your desk no matter what you do is a really, really classic example of just everyday design failing. So why am I educating you about design principles? I fell for an Instagram ad that I thought was very interesting from the company SimpleHuman. Now, you know SimpleHuman because you've seen their really nice trash cans and other home appliances or home accessories around the world everywhere. And for whatever reason, this company decided to reinvent the spray bottle. Now, I mean, look at it. Like this is definitely a very interesting design and piece of hardware. So immediately I was, I'm like, I'm interested. I'm looking at it. I'm intrigued. It's so bright white. I have to put a filter on my camera just to show you. This is the bottle right here. It's got just a spot for a label right up top. And then that's it. There's no button. There's no toggle because the entire front side is a touch sensitive sensor, and that is the toggle, which I'm already going to answer your question. It doesn't work well, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Okay, so like, welcome to my shower, I guess. Okay, so we're in the shower because the shower the glass is dirty. And we're going to be testing the future, the alleged future, with the past. I've been using this spray bottle. It's from Target. It's just like a cheap spray bottle and it doesn't even work that well. And when I clean the glass door and the glass in my shower, it hurts my hand. It like takes a minute. And so I was like, oh, this might solve it. We're going to put that to the test. Hello, dirty cam. Next year, I'm going to bring you guys in. Okay, you can see here. Do you see how like dirty this is? Like you can see all the spots right there. That's what we're gonna be cleaning. And I've loaded up just generic Windex in both of these, so it's a fair fight. So, generic spray bottle check. Pretty simple. You just spray, get that going, boom, done. Now let's use this contraption. So when you wanna use it, of course it has to be charged because now we're charging our spray bottles. And all you have to do is switch the little switch on the bottom, and then it turns on. So the way that it works is that you just hold it and then you just press on the front right here and then it sprays. That's literally my example. Hello, do you see how much has come down the windshield right here? It's pooling at the bottom. There is literally so much. And that was just me like being nervous and holding it. So if here's the thing. It's like so minimal. There's nothing. There's nothing to tell you where to tap. So then I actually reached out to support because I was like, certainly there's gotta be like a little trick to this. And they literally emailed me this graphic that's just like the most generic thing ever of like touch it kind of anywhere near the top. So I've learned that if you hold it right where your hand is supposed to like fit in, that usually works the best. So I can put my hand on it and then I can use my pointer finger and I can spray. If I like apply a little pressure, just like that. Now I have like a ton of liquid to clean up. So my shower is gonna be uber clean today. Yeah. I'm gonna say I got the shower dirty for this video, but we both know that's not true. So you might be asking yourself, why am I watching this? Well, just because you can touch it to spray doesn't mean that's the only thing it does. You do have labels right up here at the top that you can switch out, which I think is a smart idea. And you actually have 3 different types of spray with the little switch at the bottom. So this is like your full-on spray. And then if I go to the middle setting, we get like lighter spray. And then if I go all the way, we get a stream. Just like that. Now I'm just cleaning the windshield again. Windshield, I'm cleaning the glass. Okay, so the entire reason why I wanted to make this video about like we're overdoing it with tech is literally because of this product, because in these few examples I've given you, it works. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do, but it doesn't make anything particularly easy because it stresses me out so bad. Because I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have tried to use this and then I start spraying and then it just doesn't stop. And I'm like frantically tapping the front because it's being triggered for whatever reason. That was an example right there. See, because if I hold it from a different, the sensitivity like area is way too big and it's obviously not marked. So when you're going to spray a lot, it works really well. But any moment that you need to spray a small amount, you're just like terrified for your life. I don't know why I keep spraying so much. I'm gonna clean the rest of the bathroom door and you can watch that real fast. See, like in this moment when I'm just spraying a ton, this idea is really smart because I don't have to be like constantly pumping it and I can pretty much spray it from like any angle and the product comes out. But obviously that's when I'm cleaning like a huge sheet of glass. And making myself high with all of the fumes in here. I should have turned the fan on. Ta-da! Okay, you might be wondering why I'm making this video. And I just wanted to use this product kind of for my larger point of like tech sometimes has just gone too far. Sometimes you don't need to replicate or replace what has worked for a millennia, like worked forever. We don't really need to like rethink the spray bottle, or if we do, there needs to be a unique point of view that is not just like a confusing trigger where you don't know where to like put. Case in point, literally forgot to turn it off. And then if you don't turn it off and then you just grab it from a weird spot, it just randomly, it fires. It fires. It could really hurt somebody. I just thought this was a really interesting product launch from a company that's done really well with a lot of things before. They make high quality, well-designed, well-considered things. A similar product I could think of was actually when Dyson came out with headphones that had an air filter during COVID. It was one of those things that meant well, but was doing too much for too few people. So while this is a great example, I'm sure that there are many in your life that are doing the same exact thing. And honestly, it's probably why we like As Seen on TV commercials so much, because all of those products are there to solve a very specific niche issue really well. If you have other examples of products in your life that do kind of the same thing, or just other things that you wish were better, or you want to find a hack for, I probably have an idea of what could help you. So as long as it's not like a really fancy, expensive spray bottle, then I've gotcha. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you haven't, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.